Hello. We're here to talk about Ocean's 11, directed by Steven Soderbergh. Soderbergh, I'm not pronouncing that. This movie's cool, you know. Now, of course, I think the way people love this movie is a bit strange because it's not that good of a film. I understand it's nostalgia. Like, my brother in law is like, yo, he loves the entire franchise. He loves the Ocean's 11, 12, 13. I think there's Ocean's 8 as well. He's like, yo, I've watched all of them. And I told him I watched it. He was like, yes, I've been telling her to, like, my sister. So, like, this is clearly, it has a fan base of a very certain specific age group, right? Because those who watched it back then, growing up. And I get why. I don't think it's a great film, but it's a good film. This movie has style. You know what I mean? First of all, George Clooney, fantastic. George Clooney plays Danny Ocean. It's very hard to imagine someone else playing Danny Ocean. George Clooney absolutely is doing a great job. Brad Pitt, I knew Brad Pitt is like, this is the whole eating stuff. There's like, if you go to any Instagram movie page, that's the first thing they're going to thrust in your way. It's like one of five things that, oh yeah, Brad Pitt eats in all of his movies. Wow, that's so interesting. What a great fun fact, you know. But he does eat a lot in this movie. I think Brad Pitt's character is very snarky, very cool. I like that. And it feels so nice to have a snarky and cool character and not have every other character in the movie be the same. Marvel movies. It's nice to have like unique characters. Danny Ocean is not the same as, I don't even know Brad Pitt's name. Rusty Ryan? Brad Pitt is called Rusty Ryan in this film? That's funny. Matt Damon. And this movie has a big cast, you know. Let me just go through the cast. Matt Damon, Julia Roberts, very good looking. Casey Affleck, who I actually forgot was in this film. Holy shit, Casey Affleck is in this film. Yeah, it has a lot of good actors. But for me, I think it's very clearly George Clooney who is doing a great job, fantastic job, honestly. I actually want to see the whole cast. Hold on. Because on Letterbox, they don't show the pictures, so it's hard for me to remember the character names. Yeah, so we have George Clooney as Danny Ocean, Julia Roberts, beautiful. Matt Damon as Linus. Okay, what are these? Andy Garcia plays Terry Benedict. Okay, Andy Garcia, so intimidating. He plays Terry Benedict, and I watched this movie and I was like, I've definitely seen him before. I did. I believe he was in The Godfather. I think the third one. So yeah, he's great. Bernie Mac plays Frank Catton. Good stuff. Who am I missing? There's a couple of people missing in it. Why is there? Oh my god, the amount of people in this cast is crazy. I feel like there's isn't who plays the Australian in this movie, which is kind of funny that I say Danny Australia. What's his name? Oh my god, this is stupid. Don Cheadle. There we go. Oh my god, I forgot Don Cheadle's name. First of all, great stuff having a black dude as an Australian. Wait, does Australia have black people? I'm very curious. Let me know. Does Australia have black people? I can Google that right now while I'm talking about this movie. But have black people, black people, Black Friday sales. Yeah, there were no Africans in Australia. No, 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 no. What is the black population in Australia? About 1.7%. Okay, I'm wrong. Never mind, I was just being racist apparently. But yeah, Don Cheadle plays an Australian, and I think that was super fun. This is a very fun movie, I will say. The whole heist setting is super interesting to me. I think the whole plot of really giving it to Andy Garcia, because he's the one who's also dating, his ex-wife and stuff. It's a very fun, stylish movie. Now, would I really necessarily say is the movie style over substance? No, because I think it's a good heist movie. I think it's fun. It has a lot of good sequences, and I would say it's iconic because funnily enough, I watched Rick and Morty before I watched any of the Ocean movies, and they have a whole episode dedicated to parodying the Ocean movies because of how terrible or how much the um, one of the creators, the bearded one, the one who didn't sexually assault someone, he hates heist movies, and they make a whole parody about how stupid it is. But I understand, I get it. It's not a great movie, and Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's perfect, but it's fun, and I think we gotta have fun when we watch movies sometimes. And this movie is pretty fun. I really enjoy it. Yeah, I think the whole setup towards the end is great. I think the whole twist towards the end is great, where they're like, I believe they're showing like a different vault or an old recording. It's one of those two things. And I was like, whoa, I was not expecting that. Of course, people who watch heist movies now are like, oh, of course. But I don't care. I don't care if it's cliche. I really enjoyed this film. I don't really have much more to say. I'm actually excited to watch the next movie, Ocean's 12. Will I watch it anytime soon? Probably not. But I will watch it at some point. I'm probably going to watch the entire franchise at some point. And I hear Andy Garcia's back in that. For me, Andy Garcia was like one of the best parts of the film. I really liked him in the movie. I really liked George Clooney in the film. I thought his character was fun. And yeah, Matt Damon and Brad Pitt as well. That's going to be it from me. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one.